Good evening and thank you for joining us for the midweek edition of Primetime News. I'm Primrose Harasis. We begin with a rather unfortunate incident in tonight's lead story. Khomas Regional Police on Tuesday discovered two bodies with gunshot wounds to their heads on Farm Josephine in the Dortabes district of the Khomas region. More in this report.
The Namibian police force in its crime report on the same day said the bodies of 22-year-old Visa Bok and 30-year-old Albertes Bok were discovered by the police in separate rooms at the farm. It is alleged that one of the farm workers called their employer, who is the farm owner, about an ongoing robbery on the farm where 6 armed people stormed and demanded the safety pin to be provided via telephone, which the employer refused to give. The owner alerted the police, who accompanied him to the farm. Upon arrival, they discovered the two bodies with gunshot wounds in their heads. Further investigation revealed that the crime scene had not been as fresh as alleged, as the bodies of the deceased were almost in a decomposed state. Additionally, the farm worker who made the call was missing from the farm and believed to have moved from the farm 3 days prior, meaning the call to their employer was made while they were not in the same region according to the investigations. The farm owner reportedly had one of their Toyota Land Cruiser as well as 2 firearms stolen. The deceased next of kin have been informed and their bodies were transported to Windhoek Police Mortuary for autopsy. No arrests have been made and police investigations continue.
In a similar incident, a 38-year-old woman who reportedly shot herself at a service station in Pioneers Park succumbed to her injuries on Tuesday. Let's hear more from this report.
The Namibian police force in a crime report on the same day said the deceased, identified as Jonelle van Schalkwyk, was transported to the Lady Pohamba Private Hospital in critical condition, where she died around 17:45 hours. Van Schalkwyk, according to the CCTV footage retrieved, was seen running behind the service station with a pistol in her hand, whereafter she went, sat on the floor at the car wash next to the service station and shot herself in the head with the pistol presumed to be hers. Her husband reportedly picked her up and took her to their house at Fridge Street, located near the service station, before ferrying her to the hospital. The deceased's body was taken to the Windhoek Police Mortuary for autopsy, and the next of kin have been informed. Police investigations into the matter continue. We extend our sympathies and condolences to the bereaved families. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
Moving on, the United States Embassy in Namibia commended the Ministry of Health and Social Services for over 11,700 rapid health improvements following the introduction of the HIV and AIDS medicine for young children.
The Ministry of Health and Social Services introduced a medicine in July 2021 which contains a product called dolutegravir, which studies show is more effective at treating HIV and is less likely to cause side effects, easier to take, and is better tasting. The embassy spokesperson Tiffany Miller on Tuesday said, in just 1 year, the Ministry of Health and Social Services has ensured that all eligible HIV-positive children and adolescents in the country have access to this medicine, although there are still challenges to address in the treatment and care of children living with HIV. In the statement, Center for Disease Control and Prevention Namibia Country Director Brian Bakker said, providing DTG-based medicine for children and adolescents living with HIV is life-changing.
Now, the Security Association of Namibia has distanced itself from fraudulent activities allegedly being carried out by non-members who use its certificates to acquire tenders and contracts by misrepresenting themselves as members of the association.
SAN, in a media statement availed to NAMPA on Tuesday, clarified that they have received numerous complaints regarding the fraudulent use of these certificates by non-members. They added that SAN wishes to request for all stakeholders and consumers to be vigilant and verify the membership of any security company claiming to be affiliated to it. SAN urged the public to contact its office to confirm the membership status of any security company claiming to be affiliated to it, and all companies engaging in fraudulent activities are warned of possible legal action. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to Primetime Biz, the segment where we bring you in-depth analysis of trends in the world of business and economics. Leading the segment, Landless People's Movement Otjiwarongo Branch Secretary, Stebetius Guitep, has labeled the operations at the Otjiwarongo municipality as that of a secret organization. Let's find out why.
Landless People's Movement Branch Secretary at Otjiwarongo, Stebetius Guitep, who serves as a local authority councillor and a member of the management committee of the municipality, at a recent media conference alleged that the municipality is secretive in its dealings, charging that illegal activities are suspected to be happening there. He further alleged that council decisions are made outside the council and only shared with the municipality councillors, particularly on land deals at the town's Extension 12, Extension 13, Heroes Park and Freedom Park residential areas where serviced plots are still on sale. The LPM councillor went on to accuse the municipality's chief executive officer, Moses Machai, of running the institution like a secretive service organization and of alliance with the four SWAPO party local authority councillors. Machai, in an email response to NAMPA, reacted to Guitep's claims, saying they are unfounded, malicious and a figment of his imagination.
Now, the Capricorn Foundation recently made a 250,000 Namibian dollars donation to the Step Out of Poverty charity. The foundation's ongoing assistance will directly impact more than 1,000 children in Windhoek through 15 informal preschools by providing teacher training and mentorship, food and educational resources.
Step Out of Poverty Charity is a non-profit organization that has been active in the community for over 16 years, primarily assisting informal preschools in Windhoek's needy areas. Capricorn Foundation Chief Executive Officer Marlies Horn in a press statement said, since its inception in 2020, the foundation has established a solid track record of supporting early childhood development projects and programs throughout Namibia. Horn added that Step Out of Poverty charity works to break the cycle of poverty by providing a support structure around the child while they develop through preschool, primary school and secondary school until they enter employment.
That brings us to the end of our top news segment for tonight. Stay tuned for the economics roundup, followed by a detailed weather forecast. Welcome to Sport Planet. World Soccer's governing body FIFA has received 6,586 applications from 138 member associations around the world for its inaugural football agent exam. FIFA on Tuesday said the exam, scheduled for April 19th, is the first of its kind to take place after the FIFA football agent regulations came into force in January 2023. FIFA in a statement said the introduction of the licensing system is a key component of the regulations, as it raises the professional and ethical standards for the profession of football agents, thus leading to an increase in the quality of the service they provide to their clients across the football industry. FIFA Chief Legal and Compliance Officer Emilio Garcia Silveiro was quoted as saying, "The significant number of applications we have received confirms that many individuals across the world are looking forward to working within the new regulatory framework, which will ensure basic service standards for football agents and their clients through well-defined rules and increased certainty." Additional exams have been scheduled for September 20th, 2023, as well as for May and November 2024, according to FIFA. Frank Lampard called on his young Chelsea side to become leaders when they face European champions Real Madrid later tonight. The Blues have struggled this season and are 11th in the Premier League, but face Los Blancos at the Santiago Bernabeu in the Champions League quarter-final first leg. Lampard, who took over last week as coach until the end of the season after Graham Potter was sacked, confirmed Chelsea would have N'Golo Kante, Thiago Silva and Mason Mount available after injury issues. Madrid beat Chelsea 3-1 at Stamford Bridge last season before salvaging a 3-2 defeat at home to progress to the semi-finals. Your sports roundup is next. With that, we have reached the end of tonight's broadcast. Thank you for watching. From myself, Primrose Harasis, and the entire production team, it's good night.